We back, y'all, man. Top of the evening, man. We back with our regular ones and our day ones, man. Got that boy back, y'all know, from New York, man. Shout out to that boy, Real Holla.
You already know from Spaghettios.
Yo, yo.
Yo, what up,
Hey,
Rob?
man, y'all know we got 80 West back in the building, man. What up, boy?
Oh,
Hey,
man, you know, another one like the other one, man. You know what it is.
right, man.
Last but not least, man, y'all know who he is, man. He been here from day one, man. Y'all say what up to that boy Legend, man. How you doing, folks?
What's going on, family? How y'all?
Man, we good. I already told you I'm trying to stay warm, man. That temperature starting to drop. It's getting darker faster. You know what I'm saying? It's dark at 4:30, and
Mhm.
That nigga said 4:30.
Bro, we
Like
dark
he
like
was or some
30.
shit.
Shit.
so yeah, man. Wait, man, what talk to y'all, man? I know we had kind of touched on this on one podcast before in the past, but we went on it too long. And I forget what the topic was we was talking about, but we were just saying how while a lot of dudes, or I'll just say not even dudes, but just while a lot of black people just can't come together, man. Why can't we ever piece up together, man? Why can't we build real businesses together, man? And without all the jealousy or the hate or nigga, who gonna be the boss or who claiming to be the owner and whoever else it is, man. But I just want to know y'all opinion on that, man. Why can't niggas come together like some of these other races? Why we ain't got the black Chinatowns, man? The little Italies. I know. And before the people in the comments talking about the little Africas, that ain't us, man. We black Americans. I don't call myself African American. I don't know nobody over there. I don't know your language. I don't know your food. I don't know shit over there. You know what I mean? Niggas say, once you go back where you came from, I ain't come from there. So I know that much, nigga. I wouldn't know where to go if you did drop me off over there. So, nigga, we black Americans, man. But just like I said, I just want to get y'all opinion. Why y'all think we can't bring it together, man? Shout out Stephanie. I see you already done tapped in, boy. We just started too. She one of the faithful ones of the podcast, man. But yeah, man, I'm gonna start with let's go in the reverse way. Let me go ahead and start with let's go with Legend first, y'all, and see what his opinion is. Shout out Alan, man. I see you done tapped in with us too.
Big bro was good, Al. Hey, so I feel like this, man. Like it all comes back to like it's not even just the work and the workplace or whatever. It's just everywhere we go, man. We just feel like it just seems like I gotta choose my words carefully. It just seemed like we just in competition with each other. You like you be around when you get around certain type of black folk, it's like you in competition with niggas. I mean, with black folks, and don't even know you in competition with them. You know what I'm saying? Like you, I don't know, man. It's just when you get around, it's like it's like a I want to say a alpha mentality, like an alpha male mentality. I don't know if that how much that has to do with it, but I just know, like, man, like we just always in competition with each other unnecessarily. You know what I'm saying? I feel like, and I'm gonna say what I'm gonna say, man, and whoever could take it however they want to take it, I don't really care, man. Like, but I think we just hate each other more than anybody else hate each other. I'll put it in a nice way, man. Like we are biggest haters. We don't get along like other races get along because and there's a bunch of different ways you could slice it. You could say history this and slavery that and take it back couple few hundred years or whatever wherever you want to bring it back to. But we just don't like each other. That's just our mentality, man. Like we fool ourselves like we the most peaceful people when we really not. Like we have a savage mentality, and when we get around other people, we automatically become standoffish. You know what I'm saying, and become competitive with each other when we not even. Well, I'm not even like when we're not even really competing with each other. You know what I'm saying? So it's not just the workplace, and yeah, we do love the gossip. You know what I'm saying? Black people love the gossip like white women like the gossip. You know what I'm saying? Like in the workplace, we talking about the workplace. Like, yeah, we like gossip. We love it. Look at this nigga over there. This nigga over there. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like we think. It's like we automatically think that somebody else that we in competition with is thinking that they better than us, or that you know what I'm saying? Like that's where that competition mentality come from. So
You think we the most people that critique each other? Like Like
Yeah, you know why?
you said,
Because most races don't care about the shit we care about. You know
look
what
at
I'm
this
saying?
nigga
Like,
shoes. Look what he got
bro,
on.
bro, we don't
You
care
see that
about
nigga car?
most white
See that
people.
nigga haircut?
I was telling wifey, I said, yo, the funny thing about white people, man, like y'all are just so carefree, man. Like y'all just be doing shit and don't care what nobody say about y'all, what y'all think of, what people think about y'all. Y'all just be running around the streets bare feet and going to check the mail with no shoes on, and y'all gotta have the wireless toes and do whatever it is, man. Y'all surf and don't care if there's sharks, whatever it is. We just always, our mind is always working, and no matter what it is, and a lot of times it just so happens that it manifests in a negative energy. You know what I'm saying? But our mind is always working. We care about a lot of shit that, like you said, that other people don't care about, man.
Yeah. Well,
Definitely.
let me go to my boy 80, man, and let see what 80 got to say about it, man. What's your opinion on this, 80?
I think it stems from a lot of different reasons, man. A lot of what Legend saying was real. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of times where, we feel we're in competition with everybody around us. But I think like the bigger aspect of it is because, man, black people as a whole, we've been bamboozled, fandangled, and led astray by people to look more like us than anybody else. So when it comes time to do business or get with certain people for certain things, we've already been manipulated by our own people enough to where a lot of times we don't even want to fuck with nobody because we don't want a sour transaction. You know what I mean? And that has a lot to do with it. You know what I mean? As far as how we get down and how we take care of business. You know what I'm saying? Black people, we funny how we spend our money, who we give our money to. You know what I'm saying? Who we have around, because we work. We know what it takes to get to a certain level, and a lot of times in the black community, a lot of shit is gate kept. So it's like you have to figure shit out on your own. There's nobody showing you how to do this and showing you how to do this. So when you do get your change together, you real strategic on how you spend it and real, specific on who you fucking with and how you get down. And for the class of folks that's actually trying to grow and do what they got to do. Now here's the thing. I was telling my folks this not too long ago, man. We was at the club and shit or whatever, and they had all the booths at the club. Talking about booths, some of the booths was $1,500 a wop, $600 a wop for the booths and the whole nine. But it was a bunch of people in the booths, and it was all us in the booths. It was one of our, it was a black club. But you got people that'll piece up on a booth, 6, 7 people that'll piece up on a booth, but you can't get them same people to piece up on a business. See, I was looking at that when I was in there, and I was thinking to myself, I was like, damn, every booth in this motherfucker is packed, which means they sold out of booths. All the booths was paid for, and it was nothing but black people in the booths. It was a popular club out here, and in the midst of that, it make you look at shit like, damn, all these people was able to get people together they was able to get people together to go party and go hang out and go floss for the other folks. But you couldn't get them same people together to let's put this business together.
Yeah.
Hey, let's go ahead and let's get this product. Let's go on this piece of property.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Because black people is more, a lot of times, unfortunately, our culture is more impressed with getting validation from everybody else on how they look, how they dress, what type of car they drive. You know what I'm saying? It's a status quo type deal. That's a fraction of it. You know what I mean? And unfortunately, that comes along with that is a lot of times people don't want to see you shine. So if it means they got to miss out on an opportunity, they're not gonna do nothing that's gonna say that you get opportunity to grow and what you're trying to do too. See, our culture is backwards, bro, and I'll be the first one to say it. And that's not everybody. We could never put everybody in the same lump, but the vast majority of us, man, is lost, man. Like the priorities are totally backwards from what you look at from other nationalities. The Hispanics, man, you see them 6, 7 deep inside of a car going to go do the landscaping, or inside a truck going to go do the landscaping, and ain't nobody tripping. Everybody, because they know what their mission is when they going to go do what they going to go do. You know what I mean? It ain't no big man, little man. It's every man in here working together as a team to do what we got to do. You see the same thing with the Asian community, same deal. I had an Asian barber. I think I told you about this before. I had an Asian barber, and she was legit, but she was in the South End of South Sac when I was out there in the South. And she was with her shit. She knew it, she was really active, really, getting to the bag. And she was like, every year we send out for more family, and then the following year we either open up a new business or we buy a new house. You know what I mean? So every time people come, they got a business for them to work in, and then the following year they'll have a house for a couple more of them to move into. So before you know it, they done got all their people out here from Vietnam or from Korea, wherever they this is from Korea. They get all their people out here, and then they buy up the property and they buy up the businesses, and this is a cycle that they do yearly. Every year they alter from a business to a property, a business to a property. That way, when everybody they bring out here automatically got a job because they're working for a business that they purchased. And then the following year, after they put their money together, they move it into a home. You understand that? Now, these is foreigners. These ain't even people that just born on American soil. So that just goes to show you, like, when it comes to how we operate, a lot of times we don't make a lot of good financial decisions as a whole any goddamn way. So it's like, oh, you think I'm gonna trust another nigga with my money, or you know what I mean, or that's what it all boiled down to, because we lose when we're not in a situation where people can come together and put the funds together to build something bigger. See, a lot of times we don't look at the bigger picture because we're worried about our own personal situation at the time. Well, shit, man, you tell a motherfucker, man, let's drop 400 a piece on this booth. Everybody with it because they want to show their ass on Friday night. They want to turn up for the gram and turn up for the TikTok and shit. You feel what I'm saying?
What you doing being in the music thing, man? And I know, remember back in the day, we like to go do some shows and this and that. I remember like a lot of rappers, they sit back and they used to wait for a promoter to reach out for them to do a show versus put up their own money. And that's why I respect that dude Tech Nine so much, that he made so much money, because he always put his own money up to take himself on tour. He buy the venue, he pay for everything, so he can get 100% back. Whereas the other rappers sit back and wait, want a promoter to call you because you take no risks, no chances. Let him pay whatever he gonna pay you, and he walk out with more money than you walk out with. You know what I mean?
I done done both. You know what I'm saying? I didn't put shows together where, you know what I'm saying, I funded all my own bread on it and made sure I had other artists and the whole nine and had a whole lineup or whatnot. I've done those, and I've done the ones where the promoters hit me like, hey, we got X amount of dollars for you to come out and come do a show. So I didn't know both.
I'm saying, like, when you put up your own money for your show, you're taking a gamble on yourself that, hey, it might not go the way I think, and I could lose money. And you say if me and you, we did this together, did a show, it's a high risk. We could lose. You feel me?
Yeah.
Break even.
Yeah.
But you still take that chance. I see a lot of black people don't take chances like that. But at the same time, like you was mentioning, they would still go to the club, spend $1,500 on a booth. You didn't walk out with anything. Even on the bottle service, you can't even leave the building with that bottle. You better drink it right now. You paid for it. You can't even take it to your car at the end of the night. You feel me?
Yeah.
But you still lost. But it's a difference. You lost because you try to do some business. They lost just on kicking shit. Long as you kicking it, it's okay to lose.
But see, that's the wrong mentality, because you ain't gonna win if you can't invest in yourself. You know what I mean? And a lot of times we'd rather spend our money to make it look like we got money instead of spending our money to go get some more money. You know what I mean? And that's our biggest downfall, is that we want to floss for the people that look like us that really don't give a fuck about us. You want to floss for some bras that don't even want you or only want to fuck with you because of what you flossing, or you want to floss for some dudes that don't really fuck with you and they fuck around and rob your ass while you in the process of trying to floss. Our priorities ain't there. We want to be that guy. We want to be the one on top. We dudes spend money on unnecessary shit sometimes in the process of not having all the other priorities right. I done seen guys blow, 30, 40,000 on jewelry and don't even got no property in their name.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? To me, that's ass backwards. Your priorities ain't straight. You feel me? What is you doing? You know what I mean? If you can't, and those come from the decisions and choices that we've been misled to believe are signs of accomplishments. Like we talked about it before, Cadillac, black Americans are the biggest buyers of Cadillacs. Black Americans kept Cadillac in business. You know what I mean? Because it was fly. It was a status quo to have a Cadillac. Same thing we do now with the Benzes and the foreigns and the hard, because we done been there. I'm not gonna sit there and act like I wasn't never indulged into that mindset. But as you grow, you start realizing what's more important. You know what I mean? What's more important? You know what I'm saying? And then the irresponsible people, what they'll do is, we in 2025, they'll get a 2011, 2012 Benz just to say they got a Benz, but that motherfucker got 180,000 miles on it, about to break that. You know what I mean? As soon as they get their little taxes or whatever, and it's all just for show. It's all for show. You know what I mean? So I think a lot of reason why we can't get black folks to come together is because people already make, as a whole, make irresponsible decisions, and for you to financially invest in somebody who has the capability of not being able to make the right investment, or to be able to help produce the funds that y'all putting in together, it's a risk. It's a risk. It becomes a risk.
Let me tap in up on top, man. Get onto that boy Real, man, and get his take and his opinion on it, man. And man, what's your opinion on this, man? What you think about it? Why a lot of black people just can't come together? Is it because they don't want to? They can't do it? It ain't a solid plan? I mean, what you think it is? They rather be broke and look rich versus look broke but be rich? I mean, what's the problem?
I think it has to do with the fact that another problem is that a lot of black people in the urban community. The other thing that we have to realize is that a lot of people don't even have a entrepreneur mindset. They weren't taught certain things, right? So they don't know the stock market. They don't know real estate. They don't know business. Excuse me. So for you to try and convince people, because like even with the stock market, right? Like when you talk to certain people about the stock market, everybody's like, oh, but you could lose your money. First of all, the only way you lose your money is if you sell when the market goes down, right? If you sell below what you bought, that's when you lose, right? If you leave it in there, stock market, it always goes back up, right? Sometimes whatever stocks you have go higher than what it was before it went down, right? And with people not knowing certain things about real estate, about business, about finance, you're already at a disadvantage, right? Because in your mind, in a lot of people's minds, the safe thing to do, the safe route is, let me go out here, let me get a city job, or let me go to college, and let me get a job based on my degree, and right. And it's crazy because a lot of people that do go to college, eventually they start getting this different mindset because they're around certain people in college, right? Because it's majority probably, unless they go to a HBCU, whatever, right? If they go to another college predominantly white, they start getting the mindset because they're around certain people, right? And then they start understanding things. But now take that 1% of Black Americans that go to college. Now you coming back to the hood trying to tell niggas in the hood about stocks and so forth and so on, but they don't have the education you have, right? So and then it goes back to what we said in the last one about now, oh, he's a square, he went to college, he's corny, he's this, he's that, right? So then they don't want to listen to that person. So it's a lot of factors that play a part in us not coming together because we don't want to listen to a lot of people in the hood don't want to listen to a dude like me, right? They don't want to because, and then the other problem is too, I think a lot of people that take risks, that take chances, oftentimes get labeled an opportunist, right? Because they see this person trying all these different things that may not work out. But in other communities, that's called taking risks. In the urban community, you're an opportunist. And I actually dealt with that myself. I had a group of friends. All from upstate New York. Now, all these dudes were like, smart, and they all had something. Now, I was like, I'm saying to myself, like, why we don't come together? Because I'm around Dominicans, I'm around Puerto Ricans, I'm around all types. I'm around all types of people. You know what I'm saying? Cambodian, Indian, everything. I said to myself, damn, like this dude, he's a banker. This dude does this. This dude does this. Why we ain't coming together? Why we ain't putting our heads together? Pause to like make a business. I presented it to. We was in a group chat. I presented it to the group. These niggas, we don't speak to this day behind that conversation. By the way, like the crazy part about it is, everybody first they was like, and then one dude was like, "Oh, I'm gonna just come out and say it. Yo, you're an opportunist. Yo, you always doing this, that, and the third." Just took my head like as if I'm wrong for taking chances. I don't have kids. At that time, I think I was in my early 30s. I don't have kids, right? If I take risks, I still got a roof over my head. I still work. You know what I'm saying? So any risk I'm taking, I'm still taking it. It's on me. So if I fucking lose everything, it's still on me. I'm not taking nothing from nobody. I ain't borrowing no money from nobody. I ain't stealing from nobody, right? But so they all came at me. Oh, you this, you that, yo, you be that. I said, yo, check this out. This is how y'all feel about. And mind you, here's the thing that was so crazy about it is, here I'm saying, why can't we come together? So even regardless how you feel about me, okay, what about the rest of y'all? So y'all can't get together and form Voltron, nigga? Like, what? You know what I'm saying? And so I just think that a lot of times we shoot ourselves down, and it may be a person with the idea or with the mentality of thinking of doing something, but excuse me, the hard part I think is getting everybody else to see that vision. You know what I'm saying? Getting everybody else to have the same mindset, or it's almost like you have to. It's like trying to sell an idea and get everybody on board. And I think it's enough. It's just a number of reasons why we just, And these dudes, they wasn't hood dudes. They was, one worked with a bank. Two of them been in the military. One was a barber. The other one does real estate. Like, it wasn't like it was something that can't be done. And even if you feel some type of way about how I move, all right, so it could be regulated. Whatever happens, as long if we all doing it, how is that like? You know what I'm saying?
Let me ask you this then. And with that, both of y'all really in the community, man, why is that when we see somebody black that make money or be successful, why is it almost like we try to prey on their downfall? And why is it funny if they had it and then let's say they end up losing it? Why the gossip got to start? Why the shit talking got to start? Why all that, man? Instead of us, man, you all right, man? What happened? Maybe his downfall could teach somebody else, or maybe nobody taught him. He was just blessed enough to get it, not knowing everything, probably fell down, and he learned from his own mistake and probably can bounce back up and do it again. You know what I'm saying? But it'd be weird to me, bro. Like I
That's
swear to
just
God,
what
like we the only community of people that do this shit, bro. We can't come together for shit. I don't care what it is.
It's crazy. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Like, even when I had my downfalls, right? Because I've taken risks. People robbed me. People didn't do their part. You know what I'm saying? I've actually, and the crazy part about it is I actually tried to do business with people, and it was just with the wrong people. But to this day, it's like if somebody came to me with an idea and I feel it works and I feel it could work, I'm always feeling like, yeah, all right, let's do it. Because honestly, first of all, Michael Jordan didn't win the championships by himself. You know what I'm saying? Like, it takes a team. Jeff Bezos, he didn't build Amazon. Like, Amazon ain't, he's not running the whole thing by himself. You know what I'm saying? Apple, Steve Jobs didn't run it by himself. All these like big businesses, or even in a situation like Facebook, for example. Yeah, even the dude that fell out, that had to fall out with Mark Zuckerberg, he's still getting paid, right? They started it together. He's still getting paid. So it's like, even once you build something big enough, even if it falls out, you still got paid. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I just think is crazy, because it's like it says, the crab in the barrel. It is the crab in the barrel mentality. I think we've been subconsciously brainwashed to be that way. To be honest with you, too.
So the older that we get and we can start thinking on our own and being better, man, it just seems like nothing changed. Like we still, I think a lot of stuff that we do for attention. Subconsciously, you probably don't think you're doing it, but you really are. Like, and an example would be when I see motherfuckers old as shit now, nigga, you still drive around with all four windows rolled down with the music blasting to be seen. At the age that niggas is now, you still do that. I get it. Sometimes we like a song that come on, that's our song. I get that. I remember in your early 20s when niggas, everybody did that. Go park at the gas pump, keep the car on with the radio blasting while you walked into the goddamn store. Come back out, trying to be seen. That's all that shit really is. You know what I mean? But where's that shit come from? Why do we keep doing it? And if you in the wrong, instead of pointing fingers at, well, you know what motherfuckers doing wrong, are you in the wrong if we speak up and say something to somebody? Or is it just the whole, mind your business, or why you worried about that person and all that kind of weird ass shit?
Because that's what our mentality is. It's like Rel said, and like he said, he think that we've been predisposed to think a certain type of way. Remember the other day when I was on this shit and I said, yo, I ain't trying to hit on a little homie, but you know, I'm saying, a little kid or whatever. And it was like, yo, what you want to be when you grow up? And he said he want to be a rapper. We're not taught to aspire for bigger things. You know what I'm saying? That falls in the category of, you know, being predisposed, or you know what I'm saying? Like, that's just the mindset that we've been embedded in us. And when that's what it is in us, we not, especially today's generation, man, they not teaching their kids to buy stocks, and teaching their kids even about stocks, any of that shit. Like, I see like, I learned about stocks and all that shit when I was in school. They don't even teach that in school no more. But you know what? I look at it like this. When I used to work out in Henderson as a mail carrier, right? I used to ride through all kinds of neighborhoods, the worst, trashiest, white trash neighborhoods, the rich white neighborhoods. And one thing I noticed is that I used to ride through neighborhoods where white people is at, and you see little kids on little dirt bikes and little miniature ATVs and all kind of shit. The shit that they kids is doing, I'm like, yo, that little nigga gonna jump and he gonna be riding tracks on ESPN, doing flips on his dirt bike when he get older and shit like that. Like, what we teaching our kids ain't doing that, because the same thing like this, like you said earlier, shit's corny to us. You know what I'm saying? We too busy being like stuck in our ego, and being mentality where we worried about shit that don't even fucking matter, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit that don't matter to nobody but us. We too busy trying to stunt rather than, you know what I'm saying, like, and teach our kids a trade. Or if I was a rapper, I want my kid to be a rapper too, or I don't mind my son being a rapper or a baller. Go be a lawyer, son. Make a difference in the world. Be a doctor. Make a difference in the world. Be something that actually contributes in a different way to society. We don't teach that mentality, and not enough people think like that, and that's why we stuck where we are right now.
You know what I think with the whole teaching each other shit? I know y'all probably seen this. You see a lot of times kids sometimes fall into the line of work that their parents did. This nigga daddy worked at General, now he worked there.
Right.
a lot of black kids don't see doctors and lawyers, so they don't fall behind their parents' footsteps.
Exactly.
You
Exactly.
know what I mean?
You only gonna reproduce what you exposed to. You know what I'm saying? And if you're not exposed to financial literacy, if you're not exposed to family values, if you're not exposed to generational wealth, if you're not exposed to any of them things, then you kind of just freestyling through life because you're trying to figure it out as you go. And unfortunately, a lot of our communities, that's what's happening with majority of our population. It's a small part of our population to come from, traditional values or traditional well-being, where property is being left for the next generation to come. Like I've been looking at some of these houses out here in Texas that be like in the rural areas and shit, and you could tell them a lot of them houses have been in their families. They've been in the people's families for years. So it wasn't, they just got it, and when they gave it to the kid sold it. No, he kept it and he gave it to his kid. It's 3 or 4 generations in some of them houses to where they understood to where, okay, when I pass, we pass this along to somebody in the family. A lot of times black people don't do that because it ain't a lot of times it ain't shit to give. You know what I mean? So unfortunately, that's part of the race that we spoke about that starts from behind, because you get people who's born into learning financial literacy. You get people who's born into learning how to maneuver through the stock markets and just being taught different things that we're not being taught, and it's unfortunate because that keeps us behind. So a lot of what I've been trying to kick to the youngsters is something that's gonna break the cycle. I be talking to the youngsters all the time, and I be telling them like, y'all got to be smart with y'all money, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's cool to have a little fun, go to the movies or do this here and another, but put money up. Have some money for yourself put up for whatever it is that you try to do on your next part of your journey. Whether even if it is buying you a car, if you're a youngster that don't have no transportation, we all know how big transportation is, but you ain't gonna get no transportation if you buying weed and you out hanging out, going out to eat every day, and so like just spitting habits that you'll talk to the young boys. I used to talk to the kids all the time, like when I worked at the juvenile hall or the kids when I was working at the school. I used to tell them like, now y'all be smart with y'all finances. I would tell them like, because a lot of them work. It's like they work at the HEB. I slide to the grocery store, and 2 or 3 of them that go to the high school working up there, and I congratulate. I tell them, man, that's a good thing. You 16 years old, you out here trying to work to establish yourself. Now be smart with your money. You know what I'm saying? Now be smart with your money. Don't blow it as soon as you get it. Keep you some money put up to the side. And I always tell them, you know what I'm saying, take care of whatever it is, your phone bill or the things you got to do. But try to keep like a good 60% of your check every week put up for yourself. You know what I'm saying? Put that to the side. Don't touch that. Act like you don't even got that. And then use the rest for the stuff that you actually got to do. I be trying to give them game, man. Like I feel we obligated to get these youngsters game, whether they are kids or not. You know what I'm saying? I have a lot of conversations with my sons about the same thing. Don't blow your money as soon as you get it. We got to do this X, Y, and Z, or anything that has to do with my name. My kids already know who's delegated to do what in the unfortunate event something happened to me, because a lot of us wasn't taught that. We had to learn that. We had to discover that. We had to see that. You know what I mean? And I think that's where we hurt as a whole, because when it comes time to make any type of financial decision in the black community, black people is tight with their money, man, unless they doing bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers is tight with their money, as far as, a motherfucker know how to make income that some people wouldn't be able to do nothing with. We know how to make an income stretch. You know what I mean? The ones that's really had to do it before, you know what I mean? We know how to make something stretch. But a lot of times we get money, we get out here and we want to show what we got. We want to show that we got money. I always tell my sons this right here, man. You'll be in a room with a bunch of dudes, and the dude with the most money won't look like it. Because he ain't gonna have on no $60,000 chain. He ain't gonna have on no Louis Vuitton, shirt. No, you know what I mean? He ain't gonna be wearing like he gonna be a regular dude in the Dockers and the polo, and he gonna have more money than everybody in the room, because it's not about showing that he got the money. It's about knowing he got the money.
The money, the way you're right about the way we spend the money be different. I don't know if y'all remember back in high school days, you know, when you used to wear your jeans and all that shit, at that time, you had all these different colors of jeans back then. I don't give a fuck if it was green, blue,
Yeah.
red, black, whatever the color was back then. I'm talking about these cross color days and all that shit. But then when we went to school, then we see the white people there. I thought them niggas was wearing the same pants every day because it was just regular ass jeans every day. They might have in a hoodie on. There might be the school hoodie. You know what I'm saying? And it might have been a different pair of jeans, but it just looked the same. But I remember all the black people school, man. You had all the different colors of the jeans. You know what I'm saying? So the money be different, bro. You know, I wanted to ask y'all something too, man. When it comes to the neighborhoods and stuff, man, and we talk about owning businesses, what do y'all think, or how y'all think we could change this in the community where we can start thinking outside the box when we say let's start a business? It like not always like the flashy shit where it's got to be the club promoter do or the labor work. Oh, nigga, I'm the car detailer ass nigga. You know what I mean? Or if you say you own a business, the only business you really own is a hair shop or a barber shop. You know what I mean? In some neighborhoods, we don't need no more barbershops. Nigga. We got one on every goddamn corner. Who gonna start the next type of business on something we really need? You know what I mean? Or let's say you're a clothing designer. When you gonna invest the money in the real equipment to make actual quality shit? You know what I'm
And you don't
saying?
even got. And here's the crazy part about
Not
the clothing shit.
everybody do that.
The clothing shit is crazy because you don't even got to do that no more. Honestly, if niggas put their heads together, you could do the drop shipping shit. You could go online, you could go to Fiverr, get somebody to design your website, all that. You could go to Shopify, all that,
But
and have your whole shirt business. You don't gotta press nothing. You don't gotta make
that's the
nothing.
thing. What you're saying is a lot of people don't know that. You know that.
Yeah, I mean, and I learned
Knowledge
that.
or niggas don't research.
And I learned that was from trial and error because I did have my own clothing. The crazy part about it is, the crazy part about that too is, I had my own clothing. I would say, out of everybody that bought my clothes, majority was Latin women.
Yeah, see, I think it'd be like some people. I think some people come up with the designs and the looks. The reason I think they don't make it because they're not consistent enough. You know what I mean?
They're
Like
not
81
appealing to
used to have the
everybody,
shirts and shit.
or they're not appealing to everybody.
Yeah, but when you had the shirts 80 back in the day, you was not only you made your own shit, you had every color, you had every
Yeah,
size. It was always on deck. You didn't run
yeah,
out, and you used to be all over the city. Now I
yeah,
catch you Rancho Cordova at a random spot in the parking lot at the goddamn grocery store. Nigga didn't even live over there. He lived way over there. You're like, but you was moving, and that's why your shit was getting around. You know what I'm saying? A lot of niggas ain't like that either. With the consistency, the hard work to put into it, the effort, and that's why they don't make it. So then, because they didn't get the money fast enough, an overnight ass success, then they give up. You
yeah,
know what I mean?
yeah.
But
The only
even
thing a
touch
nigga be
on that,
consistent with, I used to see back in the day, is trying to sell weed. That's it.
Man,
hey, but to touch on that
when I
shit,
No,
so
but the clothes
Uh-huh.
shit, I did the clothes shit too. And I'm gonna tell you, especially when you're doing it by yourself. And I was heat pressing my shirts. I had a simple design.
yeah,
You remember my shit, Fred, the nice shit.
Mm-hmm.
I was doing it myself. And I'm not going, but at the same time, I wasn't making enough to like stop working, right? So I still gotta work. And then I'm coming home pressing shirts and then
man,
shipping them out. It ain't
it's
that shit ain't if you ain't got people helping you, that shit is not easy.
but
Yeah,
see
yeah.
that
Yeah.
that's the thing about it though, man. It's the reward comes from how much you putting into the shit. Cause I'm telling you, bro, I had 2 heat press machines. We had a silk screen joint going at the same time, and it got to the point to where, like Fred Benz will tell you, like you said, I was everywhere with the shit when I was getting my shit pressed up. I got to the point to where I was running through so much shit. I opened up a storefront. I had a store. I had 2 stores. I had a store downtown. I had one in Oak Park. You know what I'm saying? Like I had one. I had one downtown. The first one I opened up, That shit was cracking. And I had nothing in there but my clothing. I didn't have no other clothes, nowhere else, Pierpoint, nobody else's shit, nobody else's brands, and it was all my shit. You know what I'm saying? But the work that had to get put into it, man, you ain't gonna get too many people that's gonna want to do that off the rip if they not seeing the bread like that. If they not seeing they take money. A lot of your money is going back into your company. You know what I mean? You know how it is. You buying materials, you promoting, you everywhere. You doing. I was doing festivals. I was doing shows. I was doing like even at the shows where we was doing music. I have merch set up at the table. Somebody running the table. Like you had to be on that shit 24/7. And a thing that I noticed a lot was nobody wanted to do nothing with it when I was trying to get it started. Mm-hmm. But after motherfuckers seen the shit was popping, everybody wanted to know how I did it. And the thing about me was I wasn't gatekeeping. I made clothes. So if you want to come see me, I'll press it up for you. You know what I mean? I didn't never hold back on getting what it was, but it was the same thing Ben's just said. Cats will jump in it and then they'll see, oh man, this is still a job. You still got to work. This is you know what I mean? And as soon as they see that it wasn't just, that you can't just sit in one spot and expect to get everything gone, man, you wouldn't believe how many people would come to me and, oh man, I'm thinking about putting my own clothing line together, man. How I do this, how I do that, what I need for this, what I need for that. And I put them on, and a month later, they was already done with it. Niggas had already tapped out. A month later, I'm running in the camp like, bro, what happened to the thing? You ain't got to, what happened to the claw? Man, I did that, man. That wasn't me. But when they see it, like sometimes that I said all that to say this. That's some of our biggest problems. We want overnight success. We want the easy route. Motherfuckers don't be wanting to put in the work. And I'm not saying everybody as a whole, because I don't like when it come out like that. But we talking about a generation or a culture, especially in this generation, where nobody wants to work for shit.
That's a fact.
Everybody wants instant everything, because you got to think about how this generation has come along. Everything in this generation is instant. From the DoorDash to the
I won't say, I'm not even gonna lie. I don't even think it's this generation. And the reason why I say that is because I think it's just instant gratification is just a natural human it's a disease. Instant gratification is a natural human disease. Everybody wants everything right away. This is why everything right now is moving so fast. This is why music moves so fast. Movies move so fast. Shows move so fast, right? It's because it's the instant gratification. And it's not, I don't think it's just in our community. I just think that's just people overall. Everybody wants to win the lotto. Nobody wants to work for it.
Yeah. Hey, I see Stephanie. I'm gonna pass this one off to you, L. Man, they go Steph. You see the screen, Stephanie. Opinion. What you think, man? Because I know you were jumping in to say something, but what's your thoughts on that?
These joints off for me. I think you already know. I don't subscribe to that. Send each other up. You know what I'm saying, for failure and you know what I'm saying, other races being introduced to the shit. But we live in a time where we're a little bit different. We even the people from our generation, we're a little bit smarter now, or a lot bit smarter, depending on who you are. And you can't keep blaming that shit on day one and all that shit that happened in the past. Nigga, this is 2025. You know what I'm saying? Like I came from a generation where I didn't even know the word. First of all, the word entrepreneur wasn't even in our vocabulary back then. You know what I'm saying? Because people in my generation, when I was younger, we wasn't thinking on that mind state. Like we wasn't on that mind frame of like starting our own business and all that shit. That was the last thing we was doing. We was doing of whatever the fuck we can to get bread, and wasn't even thinking about the future. You know what I'm saying? So all that entrepreneur shit, that's now. You know what I'm saying? So
that's
I don't never subscribe to the whole, because I'm living it like this, man. Like I'm not blaming nothing where I'm at today in my life, fam, good or bad. I blame that shit on me. You know what I'm saying? I could have made better life choices, and I knew right from wrong, and I knew better with certain things, but I made the choices that I made, and I slept in the beds that I made. So all that, you know what I'm saying, introducing other races specifically to induce separation. I don't subscribe to that shit at all, man. Like you gotta come to a point in your life where you gotta stop blaming other people for your shortcomings. So that's why I stand on what Steph said, man.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, here's the thing too. It's also too like my father, me and my father are close. We're very close. But my father was in the Marines. He was an EMT, and then he was NYPD. Now, for him, he's been a worker, right? Like that's all he knew, right? He's been a worker. He as far as business, as far as anything of that nature, he took the safe route. That's his mindset. Me and my father butt heads about this all the time because I'm nothing like my father, right? I'm more of the risk taker. I'm more of the, I want to build foundational wealth type. Even right now, we had like, I remember saying to him, I was like, Pop, you gotta write a will. You gotta do a will. He's like, oh, now mind you, he owns a house. He owns a house. I said, Pop, you gotta do a will. Oh, now, I don't have nothing. Well, I don't have nothing. I said, but I had to realize this is the mentality of a lot of people his age. My father's 70. This is the mentality because they think that because he thinks because he's not rich, he don't got nothing. No, you got you got the new electric Cadillac. You got a house with a pool in the back. Property is something by itself. Even if you don't got the car, even if you just got the house, you own a house. That is something. But for the fact of him to say, oh, I don't have nothing, it just goes to show the mentality, right? And I'm telling him he has to write a will so that me and my sisters don't have to go through probate court with the bullshit, right? We don't have to deal with the courts when we got to fight for the house and y'all got to pay this. No, here's the will. It says this goes to this one, this goes to that one. The house, da. You got to put the house in the trust. Yeah. We don't know this shit. You know what I'm saying? But this is why even us trying to do stuff together is so hard, right? I remember I had a little hoopty. I had this 98 Camry, and I was trying to get another car. So I was like, I forgot why the car wasn't running. The Camry wasn't running. I even made the suggestion. I said, Pop, how about we get the car fixed and we keep the car in the family? Just something as simple as keeping the car in the family. Have it as a little, like whenever if my sisters need the car, if I need the car, if somebody needs the car, we got a car there that we could just, you know what I'm saying? That anybody could just take the keys and go. They need to run to the store. They need to do something, you know what I mean? And something as simple as just, let's keep this car in the family. Oh, nah, I don't want to keep that on the driveway. But this is the mentality. So this is why, like, even me, being the way I am, I have to reach a certain level of success just so I could get other people on board with me and what I want to do. Because I got ideas for days. And here's the crazy part. I talk to other people about my ideas, not even our own people. I talk to other people about my ideas. I have customers. Y'all know I do Uber and Lyft. I got customers. Sometimes I talk to my customers. And I know some of them got money. I can tell, I smell it, right? And I'll be like, yeah, I'm working on getting out of driving. Excuse me, what you looking to do? I mention ideas, and they be like, I'm waiting. I'm gonna see you on TV one day, and that's what they tell me, because my ideas aren't far-fetched. One of the things I even learned about thinking about business Think about the community and think about what it needs. Here's the thing, I even got robbed. I got robbed. Remember when frozen yogurt started and frozen yogurt got popping, started getting popping? So a dude I know, I used to run the CD shop. He owned the CD shop. I was the manager. I ran the shit. He ended up moving to the city, closed the CD shop. He moved down back. This was upstate New York. He moved back to the city. I moved back to the city up in Newburgh. And then I moved back to the city too. He opened the frozen yogurt shop. Right. And he was like, yo, Rel, we should open a frozen yogurt shop back upstate. This is before there was no frozen yogurt shop yet. I'm like, yo, that's a good idea. We'd be the first one. I put $2,500 in. The mistake I made because I was naive to business. But see, this is another thing that may cause people to not want to do business with each other. But I put $2,500. We didn't have no paperwork signed. We didn't have no LLC. We didn't have no business bank account. We didn't even have a goddamn name. The place that we was going to rent, I did see it. I don't even know if that was a scam. I don't know what. But I gave this nigga $2,500 with nothing signed. And then he told me some bullshit about the place that we was going to rent. He kept our money and he rented to somebody else because we took too long. I don't think he ever gave the dude the $2,500, but I took an L. But because I trusted him, we two black men. I ran your CD shop for years, not a penny missing. Every dollar accounted for. Never stole nothing. Never nothing missing. Never no clothes missing. Nothing stolen. Nothing. And at the end of the day, what happened? I gave the nigga $2,500. I got robbed. Right? He gave me some bullshit story about why we lost the money. So it also too sometimes people cause people to not want to do business with niggas. You feel what I'm saying? Like, and I think that's another part of it too. Sometimes some of us have gotten jerked by our own people.
That's what I was saying. That's what I'm saying. We done got whooped by people that look just like us, and then it's hard for you to want to invest or partake in anything that the individuals got going on, man. It ain't doing nothing but hurting us though, because at the end of the day, the Black Wall Streets and the things of that nature that'll really take us to another level. It's gonna be so hard to put a unit of people together that feel comfortable with investing their money into something that's going to take time and work to magnify, to put our people back in the right place. In the meantime, we blowing money on shit that don't have no purpose or no fucking value once we get done with it. You know what I'm saying? And that's what's nothing else. That's what's hurting us the most. You feel what I'm saying? It's easy to blow money and to trick off money and want to show out and show off and the whole nine. But how does that help the generations to come? How does that help the next generation of your family, your kids, your grandkids? How does that help them elevate and making smarter decisions? That's why it's important.
Let me ask y'all this, man. If we talk about careers that where you can make a lot of money, and this whole thing where everybody nowadays talking about they doing some kind of real estate. I see so many people talking about they do real estate, but how many really out of them numbers are really successful real estate agents? You know what I'm saying? You got the fancy clothes on with the professional picture in the car, and you just tell people you do real estate. How many houses you really sold, right?
Depends where you're at.
Well, when I see black agents, I don't really see a whole lot of. I haven't met really no whole lot of successful black real estate agents. You know what I mean? And sometimes I feel like when I look at other cultures, whether I seen some Filipino people, Mexican, white, all they don't really got to market themselves within real estate. They can go to people within their culture and they'll buy from them. You know what I'm saying? If they're looking to buy a house. When I see a black agent, It's like the opposite. He can't go market to us and be able to help buy a house. You know what I mean? Like niggas don't want still so secretive because you don't want other niggas to know. You don't want them to know what your credit score really is. You don't want them to know how much you really do make. You know what I mean? But then you'll go to the opposite race and go buy that house to them and put the money in their pocket instead.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I
It
think
goes back
sometimes
to
like you
what
can't, they
you
can't, we can't win. We
It
can't
goes
ever
back
win.
to what you were saying earlier, Ben's like we do everything for another nigga to see. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? So we actually so what that means is that we care about what we think of each other. You see what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
we we niggas be on Facebook posting Jordans. I don't give a fuck about your Jordans, but apparently you think people care about the kicks that you got. Like you posting this shit for other people to see. I go buy a pair of kicks, my nigga. I'm looking at it. I might be in the crib if I'm really feeling myself, son. Trust me, I'm just looking. I'm in the crib looking at my case like, damn, these shits is beautiful. Damn, they fly. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna look good with these motherfuckers. I'm gonna kill it. I'm gonna rock them this summer, son. But I'm not. You see me post one pair of kicks, and it was the Halloween Air Force Ones with the snake skins on them, right? But
Mm-hmm.
dudes post shit, and people, what we do is we post things and we do things for other people to see. It's not really for us. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it goes back to. Is like as far as what you were saying, it's like it never happened because we don't trust each other because there's no real trust. You know what I'm saying? Like we're never gonna trust each other. You know what I mean? And it's funny because it's funny that you said that because I was actually gonna ask the whole panel that like, and that's based on like the actual like question, like matter at hand. Like, do we, you know what I'm saying? Like, how do y'all feel about working with other black people? And do y'all, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I know I don't see no jealousy in anybody on this panel, whatever, but like and the gossip, whatever, but like as far as working together, and I'll even I'm throwing it out, I'm throwing it out there. You know what I'm saying, as a question, right? And I answer it myself first if that's all right. Like I'd rather like as far as working together, nah, I'm cool on working with black people because it's just hard finding people that you can trust because not a lot of us is on the same level. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather work with people that's more business minded and like 80 said, man, like what we do is 80 said, yo, ain't nobody interested until you become successful, right?
Yeah, ain't
That's when
nobody's articles on the grind with you.
that's when niggas like, yo, give me a job. Hook me up. That's what niggas do. You know what I'm saying? And they not interested in the hookup until they see you being successful, right? I
Yeah.
don't want to be dealing with niggas like that. And that's why I say I'd rather deal with a person who's more business minded, who's gonna be trying to making shit work before it's successful and before it ever come to be like, yo, hook a nigga up. Because white people never be like hook a nigga up. Asian people don't be like, yo, hook me up in whatever language they speak in, whatever type of language, Asian, Japanese, Chinese, Filipinos, whoever it is. Same thing with Latinos. You know what I'm saying? Like they don't be on that because they never have to, because they work together. So with that being said, you know, do I hate working together when it comes to certain things? Like I could be around most black folks I work with had no ethic and lazy, complain nonstop. God damn, that's fucked up. well, well, look, you know, Steph is crazy. Hey, that's crazy work, Steph. But I'm
But
I'm gonna say it like this.
but
Damn, like I'm not
let's
even
be
look
real.
right fast, fam. Hey, right
Let's
That's
be
what
fast.
I'm saying.
real.
I'm laughing. I can't
Hey,
because I
Let's
because
be
got some
real.
stories myself. I can.
yo, you know what? You know what? And I know that this is gonna sound counterproductive, right? But I think what she's talking about and why I can relate to what she's saying is that it's a mental laziness that some black people have. You know what I'm saying? It's like what Ralph said. If I'm the type of person that I'm trying to describe by saying what I'm saying, I'm not gonna fuck with 80, right? Not Ralph, I'm sorry. I ain't gonna fuck with 80 until I see like I'm gonna have a lazy mindset until I see it to the point where it's like yo, can I get on? You know what I'm saying? Put a nigga on. I want to be like 80. I want to be successful as 80. You know what I'm saying? I wanna he got a business popping. How can I get my business popping? I got the same that's just how it is, man. And like it's sad that it's that way, but It's like who was it earlier? Somebody it was, man. They said, yo, there's only enough room, you know what I'm saying, for one person to be successful at a time. And that's just pretty much how it is in our community, man. You know what I'm saying? And there's no room for everybody. And then it comes back down to the whole crabs in the barrel shit where you only it's only one of us that can be at the top. And that's just what it is. But nah, man, I'd rather not fuck with no black people, man, because it be
Damn,
we see
nigga.
look, hey, look, yo, son, look,
Damn,
hey, yo,
nigga.
son,
Nigga say
hold
we're not
on.
talking about black people.
Nah,
But shit.
son, look, listen, let me explain myself. The
He
reason why I
said,
say that is because we see groups like the Fugees, right? We see groups like the Fugees who's supposed to be like they goody two shoes, they clean, they image is clean, whatever. They ain't about negative energy, right? And then we see groups like from the Fugees to Outkast to like Mobb Deep, where niggas is like what have it, just going wild on Prodigy and whatever, rest in peace, probably whatever. But when it comes to when money come involved or certain things become involved, we just can't do business together. We just can't do that. And again, it goes back to what I was saying earlier. We care about shit that nobody else care about. We care about the things that make a negative impact and make a negative difference in us doing business together and working together. While other races, they not even concerned with a lot of shit that we concern ourselves about. So with that being said, nah, I'd rather work with people of other races because I know that there's certain things that me dealing with other races, I'm not gonna have to even worry about this shit. It's not even gonna be part of the fucking
it,
equation, man. And
it
I'm just
is
keep
it's hard, and I get what you're saying, man. It's hard to
I'm
come
just
together
that's me, man.
and help each other out, man, and not always worry about expectations. You know what I mean? Like I still remember this shit to this day, A. I remember going up to SAC meeting with you, and then we was talking about some music shit, and we was talking about features at that time and this and that. One thing, one thing that kind of stuck with me that you told me one time, bro, you was like, it was right when we was gonna fuck with the thing with Sean Paul back then. And I was
Mm-hmm.
like, man, we gonna do this feature and this and that. And I was like, yeah, I said, go half with you on it, man. If you want, let's do this and that. And the nigga was like, I ain't never had nobody do that before. You know what I'm saying? So to me, you telling me you had to do it all on your own every time. You know what I mean? And then I'm like, damn, nigga, you coming from the city, I see niggas around them all the time, and those niggas not really coming together all the way, or do niggas only want to come together when they gonna benefit something? You know what I mean? Me saying, hey, nigga, I'll go have with you for that verse. This nigga song it ain't my song. It just I was just more into I want to see something happen or get the shit going and get the shit completed. You know what I mean?
I mean, because
But
it don't be a lot of people that want to see you. Like I said, they don't want to see you win. So a lot of
mhm.
times it's through your own connections and own relationships that you build with people. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of that shit was built on just on relationships and who you know and this and that and the other. Because a lot, you can't get nobody to want to invest into you to see you possibly be bigger than them or be in a position. I dealt with that shit the whole time, bro. Like from different angles where cats was, they see that you making noise, they see that you getting on. They a lot of people, a lot of them just there just to be, just to be around what's going on. I did have some real folks that would help when it come time to promote or do certain things, but investing, I had to come out of my own pocket more than anything else. Like it wasn't too many times when nobody said, hey, I'm gonna take a chance on you and put X, Y, and Z down. And then until they seen what I was able to do with my own bread. Like, you know what I'm saying? So when me and you got together, man, and was working on a project, you know what I'm saying? It was a different sense of understanding because you was coming from that place of I want to see you win. You feel me? That was something that
Mhm.
a lot of time I ain't really seen it like that. People will be around you and they'll hype up this and they'll hype up that, but the fact that somebody actually want to see you win, that's different than somebody who's along for the ride. You understand what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah,
So
yeah.
with somebody along for the ride, yeah, everything is cool when it's a show, and everything is cool when the lights is on, and everything is cool when the music is
Mhm.
going and all nine. But for somebody, for you to reach out and be like, yeah, let's do this together, or I got you, and let's put this, I'll go in with you on this. That was more from a genuine place of somebody to really want to see you win. You feel me?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
you know how that worked, man. You know what I'm saying? That's why always anybody ever think about Freddie Benz, man. Freddie Benz been real like that from the jump, man. That's why I fuck with Benz, because Benz been solid from day one. I'm talking about from the junior high school days. It ain't too many cats that I still tap in with from that long ago. But through the years, you know, it's only a few, and I think that's another thing that you really got to look at. It's the circle that motherfuckers be around, because if you can't trust nobody in your circle, or there's nobody that you fuck with, you in the wrong goddamn circle.
Yeah.
And that's what I started realizing, and that's what kind of made me kind of, you know, start filtering people out and weeding people out, and you know, it's cool. Like I said, when it's a festivity going on, or you know, it's a show going on, everybody want to be in the light, and they want to be in there and VIP, and you know, we doing this, we doing that, and you know, and knocking the women and doing the whole nine. But when it was time to create what made that experience happen, people was nowhere around. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you got shit. We went further than that. We had a studio out there, the whole nine. We was piecing up on a studio. Like we was doing a lot. You know what I'm saying?
I forgot about that part.
And we had a whole studio out there.
We going piecing up together on studios. So for them to understand what we talking about, like, so back in the day, when I had went to Vegas, came back, moved back to San Francisco. 80 was out in SAC doing his thing on the music thing and shit. And this is when I'm starting to get a wind of what he got going on, right? I was going to Reno a lot, really fucking with a lot of rappers that I can't genuinely call like a friend of mine. You know what I mean? Or people I really fuck with like that. So it's like, damn, I was putting all this energy and effort in them motherfuckers that basically, I ain't gonna lie to you, was just really trying to use the nigga back then. You know what I'm saying? Because niggas putting in a lot of footwork, and these niggas didn't want to work. And then once I got into a certain position to do something or got an investor, then all these niggas wanted to be around. Then they had entourage for no fucking reason, just to go get a beer. Got to be hella niggas with you, right? But 80, okay, I'm like, okay, this is a nigga I actually know. You know, if I got something, come on, we can go in on it. It ain't got to be all on him and the burden just on him. We didn't even have a fucking contract. It wasn't no, if I give you this, give me my money back. It wasn't no, it was just really, this is what we need to do. Let's make it happen and see where it goes. And that was it. You know what I mean? The contract was right here.
Yeah.
We had no paperwork. You know? I just did what we did, bro. That's it, man. But I'm glad you touched on that about that circle shit.
But you know,
that was important that you said that.
You know,
because that's the biggest element. That ends up being the biggest element. You become who you hang around. You become what you have around you. You only as big as the circle you got around you. And if you got a circle of motherfuckers that you can't even go to and say, hey, I got an idea for us, man. It ain't, you know, like if nobody around you believes in you, or nobody around you ready to take a risk in anything that's going on, and it's vice versa. If you got people around you who you're not willing to take a chance on, you ain't got the right people around you. And so that's what I started seeing, is that, you know, I had a handful of people that was cool to have around, because we valued each other the same way. See, when it's one way, it's stupidity. You understand what I'm saying? Loyalty one way is stupidity. You feel what I'm saying? So a lot of times we get caught up in that own rapture of, okay, well, we got X amount of people around us, but how many people around you gonna keep pushing if the car run out of gas? How many people gonna be there if something gets serious or something get real? Opportunity come. It might be an opportunity to come and say, you know what? You know, just say, for instance, it might be a big show they got going on, man. T.I. throwing something in Atlanta, man, and you know it costs a couple of dollars to get up in there. If you was in a situation where I'm using that as an example, in the music game, you trying to come up and you can't get three niggas to get with you to give you, you know, $500 a piece for y'all to get out here and go do this move that's potentially gonna help y'all skyrocket, or help whoever the main guy is skyrocket to the next level. Man, you ain't got a crew around you, man. You got leeches around you. Because if them same people go spend $500 on a booth, or them same people go spend $500 on a female, or them same $500, you understand what I'm saying? That you ain't got the right people around you. And I think a lot of times we surround ourselves with the people who give us the instant gratification, like we talked about earlier, but they're not there for authentic reasons. And that's why that might be the actual reason why a lot of what we're talking about on the topic of, you know, black people working together, that might be the honest to God reason, because there's not enough genuine people that you keep around you. And as you get older, or your moves start growing, you start seeing how you separate from them people, because you realize I ain't really got nothing in common with this motherfucker.
Exactly
We
what I
don't
was
rock
saying.
on the same frequency.
Nah,
We
and
don't
I'm gonna tell you from
Exactly what I was saying,
experience.
son.
I'm gonna tell you from experience. I actually was on it. I was on the team. Ben's will tell you, I was on the team. These niggas on Sirius XM, Power 105, Hot 97, like DJ for big artists, all that. I'm a host. I came on the team as a host, and the reason I even came on the team because I had my own radio show. I had my radio show for like 8 years, and that's a whole nother thing. Like I could have, if people, there was people around me that could have invested in me and my show, I'd probably be where Charlemagne is at right now, right? Because if they saw I'm already putting in the work, I'm spending the money, I'm promoting, I'm marketing, I'm paying for all the design, the graphic designs, I'm doing all types of shit. I was doing everything, right? And other crazy thing about my show, everybody else, because it was internet radio, I was the first one to put my show on podcast on that station, from that station. Not only that, everybody else was charging the artist to come on the show. I wasn't charging the artist, right? And I had even celebrities. Some celebrities want me to pay them, but I didn't have the funds to be paying for people. I'm not charging nobody to come on my show, so I'm not going to pay for nobody to come on my show. You feel what I'm saying? It's one thing if I was paying if I'm charging people, then yeah, that money that I'm getting, then I'll pay somebody to come on my show, right? Or a bigger celebrity to come. But I'm not doing that, right? But it's people that was around me, like you said, Eddie. If they would invest it, if somebody like Benz came around, and to me, over here in New York, it'd been a different story. I was on the whole team. These niggas on all types of radio. They know I'm a host. I came on as a host, right? And I came on because of my radio show, because one of the founders of the team of that team, their show came on after mine, but they seen me at the station and they seen what I was doing by myself. I had co-hosts, but I was running through co-hosts because everybody wanted instant gratification. They think that they was just going to come on this show and tomorrow we was going to be famous. And I'm like, it don't work like that. But the crazy shit is being on this team I was on, and this is no bullshit. And I'm the type of dude, I'm like, you know what? I'm going to play my position, right? Cool. Even though I know what I'm capable of, but some of them don't know what I'm capable of. But you know why I'm on this team, and what ended up happening is the founder that brought me on, he ended up leaving. So nobody else really knows what I was capable of but him, and then a couple other DJs that were also on that same internet station. Now, the crazy thing about it, I'm sitting here, niggas is calling me to be their driver for something, to drive them for something. Niggas is calling me. I'm pulling up to parties where one nigga, it's his birthday party. I'm thinking I'm coming to celebrate. I turn around, the nigga asking me to man the door for him to make sure niggas pay. And I say yes, even though niggas is paying me, but a lot of niggas ego ain't even built to do those shit like that. Like, I'm pulling up thinking I'm coming to party. I get there, yo, bro, I need you to do me a favor. I'm gonna pay you though, but I need you to man the door, make sure that people is paying. Like I'm security. You know what I'm saying? A lot of niggas, I'm not on this team to do that, but I did it. You see what I'm saying? But that's just the real. That's the real nigga I am, right? I'm like, all right, I'm gonna pay my dues. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, yeah, the least I'm expecting is that you inviting me, yo, bro, come up to Sirius XM with me. You know what I'm saying? Because the nigga asking me to do that, he's on Sirius XM.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So if you see my nigga, I drove this nigga to gigs for 8 hour rides and shit. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah, you pay me, but I don't care about. I'm going because you're not even paying me what I really should get paid. But I'm going not only for the experience, the networking, and all that, right? But at the same time, I'm like, damn. At some point, this nigga should be like, yo, bro, you know what? You're a stand-up nigga. I want you to come on the show with me. Because you have the power to do that. It's not like you don't have the power to do that. But you bringing random bitches up there to fucking do the show. Because you want chicks up there, you know what I'm saying? Random chicks. These chicks is coming out of nowhere asking you to come on the show, but you ain't bringing your mans up there that's holding you down. Then I had one of the CEOs. I'm driving this nigga to his gigs. You're not even. I gotta wait. One, you're not even paying me what I should get paid, and then two, nigga, you taking your time paying me. But this is like what Legend said. These are the things that make a nigga not want to work with his own people. These are the things because I held these niggas down, right? So it's like Legend said. Then you get to the point that this is why I don't work with niggas.
I knew that was coming. Hey,
I did. I'm gonna tell that nigga. Boy,
I
fast forward. I'm gonna tell nigga fast forward this story because I know what he was gonna say last, nigga.
But I'm just saying that's what it makes. But that's what it'll make. That's the shit. That's what it'll make you do, right? That's it. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not what I'm learning. One of the problems in our community is there's not too many real stand-up niggas. Now everybody say they're a real nigga. Everybody say I'm a real nigga. I'm a real nigga. It's not too many stand-up niggas. It's not, and the other thing I'm learning too is not too many niggas that got certain morals and values. That's the other thing.
Facts.
It's the morals and the values that also differentiate a person of you working with somebody. Because you like,
shit, what's the business move, man? What's out there, niggas get invest in? Shit.
I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm gonna tell y'all two. No, I got literally. Matter of fact, I got 2 app ideas and 2 food ideas.
Oh Lord, I know what your food one is. Something dealing with a burrito with crushed up hot Cheetos in the middle.
Nah. Actually, I'm not even gonna lie.
That was specific, nigga. That nigga was specific as fuck.
You know, because that nigga know how to make them tacos. That nigga, 80, that nigga used to run up there when we was talking about we making tacos. Me and Asia was like, oh, we having tacos tonight. This nigga was at the door. He was there before us.
Bro, they used to make these burritos. Nigga, I'm fresh from Georgia down there at this time. I don't know about no burritos. We didn't eat that shit out there. Like the taco burrito shit wasn't no thing out there. Everybody want that. Yeah. We had the Taco Bells and all that. Them drive-thrus used to be empty. I come to California, it's packed. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that taco shit wasn't nothing. When I had my first burrito, really, it was at this nigga house. I thought that was the best thing since Jesus, boy. I used to bug his mom about making that shit all the time. Man, that motherfucker was like this.
Yo, that nigga Benz was there. That nigga was that nigga was at the door. We go home, we like, we having tacos tonight.
Nigga, I ain't know what a burrito was. I seen that shit in school, them little red hot burritos, microwave bullshit.
But nah, no bullshit.
Hey, yo, son. Yo,
I really got 4 ideas.
Yeah, what you say?
What up, bro?
What's the 4 ideas?
Yeah.
All right, so one idea is I got a coffee shop, but the idea for the coffee shop, I don't think nobody has even thought about it in this way, but you know how you go to the supermarket, right? And they got all the different like coffee mate creamers and all that. I want a coffee shop that has all those creamers that you could choose your creamer. Because like even me now, I get a coconut creamer, right? That coffee makes because I don't drink dairy, right? But Starbucks, they got coconut milk, but it don't taste as good. But I know when I make my coffee at home, all I need is that creamer. So I just want to make 3 different ways to make the coffee. So either hot coffee, iced coffee, or frozen, meaning like blender, like almost like a frappe, like a frappuccino, right?
I don't even know what the fuck that
And,
is.
and, and just make it with the creamer. And people just pick the creamer that they want. And you want it hot, you want it iced, or you want it frozen. And that's it. Simple shit. It ain't no crazy overhead. All you need is coffee.
Like Shark Tank, man. We gonna do this nigga like Shark Tank, man. I got
and the coffee I want to use. The coffee
I got 7 grand. I got 7 grand, but I want to be 50% owner, man.
The coffee I want to use, I want to use Cafe Bustelo. Everybody that's had Cafe Bustelo, they ain't not no person ever say, yo, everybody's like, yo, any coffee drinkers, they like, yo, that coffee is, that shit get you going. So
hey, Ralph, they don't know about that on the West Coast.
They don't know about that. You know, legend.
I know about it.
Right.
I know about it, son.
And tell me the truth. How many coffee shops you know use Cafe Bustelo?
That shit fire. None.
Right.
None, and it's fire.
So to be the only coffee shop
drinker, that's just fire, son.
Right. Only coffee shop using Cafe Bustelo and having all the different creamers that you could choose from. I think that should have gone. Yeah, Kenya, the yellow can. Yeah.
Trust me, I got a big ass canister in my pantry right now, son. I know about it, all about it. That's all I'm drinking right now. Yo, let me, yo, son, real quick, because I know niggas ready to get up out of here soon. I just want to holler at fam stuff right fast. Look, Steph. Look, real quick disclaimer. I don't mind, like, when I say I ain't fucking with niggas like that. I've only done business, no matter whether it was legal or illegal, with black folk. But me being in the mindset that I'm at now, it's like Rel said, son, like, when you got people, it's like, matter of fact, it's like Rel and 80 said. 80 said, you ain't got the right people around you, then you don't fuck with them. And that's fact. You know what I'm saying? Whether they black, white, or whatever, man. And if you, I don't, when I say, and this is to everybody on the panel too, son, when I say I ain't fucking with niggas, I do mean it, and I stand on it. I'm not fucking with niggas like that as far as it comes to business. But at the same time, if I got the right people around me, of course, you know what I'm saying? Like I just said, like, it don't matter whether it's black folk, niggas, whatever. If your mind is in the right place, and I see that we gonna be in the right, and we heading in the right direction, and you gonna help me go down the right path, and we gonna be successful, then of course, you know what I'm saying? When you got people that you can trust, you know what I'm saying? But me saying that, I'm generally speaking, like I don't want to hear about the shit going back from generations and all that shit. We all know that. We already had this conversation on every fucking podcast, whatever. Like, we already know that. It doesn't need to, you know what I'm saying? But when you look at, like, it's just like when we the only ones that's like, and this goes back, and this kind of touches on like hate working together. When you part of a culture or people that, when they say, yo, you over 40, you shouldn't be doing certain things, or you too old to do that, or, you know what I'm saying? When we stifling each other, no matter what the fuck it comes to, whether it's too old to rap, too old to think like this, you too old to be doing that, when that's the kind of culture you come from, which is what we come from, then you tend to separate. Look, man, like, white people don't be saying y'all niggas too old to get up on stage and perform Kiss or Guns N' Roses. We don't, you know what I'm saying? We do shit like that. So when you part of a culture that's their mindset, you were like, well, if this is what I want to do, you realize you can't do it with your own people when that's your people's fucking mindset. And that's all I'm saying. And that was me generally speaking. But of course, like, I don't want nobody to think, I don't want nobody to think like I would never fuck with black folks, because I don't know 80 on a personal level. I don't know Rel. I I know Pac. I probably wouldn't fuck with Pac on a personal level. Pac, shout out to you. But I know I know Benz. I spoke with Benz and we had conversations as far as personal shit, business shit, and y'all fuck with son. And he black. So it's not about that. I'm just generally speaking. And again, I stand on what the fuck I stand on, and that's what it is. So generally speaking, you don't, like 80 said, you don't find enough people that have that same mindset. And when you can't find enough people in the mindset that look like you tend to not to want to fuck with them. And that's just what it is. And I stand on that.
That's what's up. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Nah, but I definitely feel like that, listen, at the end of the day, and my problem is too now, like, I don't even like asking for help. That's another problem, right? I feel like that also comes with the territory of our community, not liking to ask for help, right? Because and you know what I told somebody? I said, you know why it don't make no sense that I don't ask for help? I said, because even if you look at, like, I don't know if y'all ever saw the Super Pumped. It's about Uber and how Uber started and the whole thing with Uber.
Wow, name.
And yeah, I know it's a wild name. And the crazy part about it is the dude Travis went to another dude, and these dudes, here's the crazy part. A lot of businesses that we use to right now today, somebody had an idea and went to somebody else for the money and asked for money.
Right.
And that's the crazy part. And with us, the reason a lot of black businesses fail is because we're using our own money. We're not doing business loans. We're not doing personal, like we're not borrowing the money to do the business. We're using our money to do the business. And then when we run out of money, now it fails because we don't have enough money to keep the business going. And that's why a lot of black businesses lose their business, because and then the other thing too, the pride, right? So because you don't want to ask nobody for help, you got your business and you don't want to ask nobody for help, and you don't want to tell nobody you need a loan, and you don't want to, and then you sink because you can't go to your own community and say, yo, Benz, can I borrow 10,000? Yo, Legend, I need about 5. Yo, 80, I need 15. You know what I'm saying? Because we too prideful to do that too. We're too prideful to even ask our own people. I think that's the other part of it, why we don't do business. Not only on the, it's also the pride of, like you said, you scared to ask your peoples, or you embarrassed to ask people for help.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. Shit, man. I know we've been on for what, hour and a half now, man. I appreciate y'all coming on and giving me y'all opinion, bro. Man, really on the culture, man, and what we got to do about this shit, man. Because I mean, each one of y'all said some good ass shit, man. That had me thinking right now.
But
And
it's crazy too. If you
most
look,
of we heard about that circle party is, yeah, we probably can't change. We can't change all black people, man, and make us think different, stop hating on each other, being jealous of each other, and all that. But I think within the circle we got now, we could start there. You know what I mean? If somebody got a good idea, man, and maybe we just have to be the one to lead by example. And once we get it going, we can't just add anybody into the circle; they'll tear it up.
well, I'm gonna tell you what. I think there's a group of people already led by example. I think it was a black family. I forgot how many family members. It was a large group of family members. They bought like some hundreds of acres or something of land. Did y'all see that? Y'all seen that? It happened recently. It was like a black family. They bought a whole bunch of land, and they all put in money together and bought a whole bunch. It's a black family. It's a random black family.
Okay.
And they all came together and bought like acres of land. And they all came, but like See, yeah, Kenya said she seen it. Yes. So look it up. Y'all look it up. But that inspired me. I was just like, damn. I was just ready thinking like, who? Huh?
And it can be done. It can be done. Everybody just got to know how to play their part.
Right.
Somebody might have a little bit more money than the other person.
Right.
Somebody might have better credit than the other person.
Right.
You just got to figure out what your part is in it and make the shit happen.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
Because at the end of the day, we do some shit like that. That's really, it's going to come down to credit. Please believe that. You know what I mean? But
y'all seen some shit
but some people may have the credit, some people may have the cash.
Yeah. Just everybody play their part, and it can happen. We got I don't want to go off on a story, man, because I know we signing out. But I just want to get it down. We got an Asian community out here in Vegas. It's called 1,000 Rentals. Because a group of Asian people came together and they bought 1,000 homes in Vegas and they rent them all out. That's how they control the market out here.
Crazy.
Big bread.
Yo, shout out to them, man, because
for real.
we not doing that, man. We don't.
Nah, they not buying Jordan. They don't even wear Jordans either. They don't wear none of that shit. They buying houses together.
They buying Jordans and Kanye slides and shit like that, son. Like,
bro.
Well, first of all, I'll buy Yeezys now because he changed the game on them. He brought the prices down on everything.
Hey,
man.
you got the tax season gonna be here in a couple of months. A lot of these women, they don't even know better. Instead of buying these flat screen TVs, these old ass foreigns, and they can take 5 of y'all with these kids and put y'all tax money together, and they go a down payment on a house, and y'all can invest in that.
Or business.
Instead, they're gonna be filling up the booths at all the clubs, and it's gonna be Crafty Crab gonna be packed to the motherfucker.
Gonna be a lot of wigs. There's gonna be a lot of weaves, wigs, and eyelashes.
Yep, that's it, man. But yeah, man. Again, though, man, I want to say thank y'all niggas for coming on, man. Shout out to Eddie, real legend, man. We'll do it again, maybe sometime this week. We'll figure it out what works with everybody. But yeah, man, thank y'all for coming on, standing on what y'all was talking about too, man.
Yo, Ray, this nigga just trying to go to bed, y'all. He trying to go to bed. Look at this nigga just tired.
I can't breathe, nigga. So what
hey, that nigga freezing his ass off. Like he's.
It's 80 degrees in the house, boy. The heater on, hoodie on. I got pajama pants down below. But yeah, man.
Yo. Hey, y'all, hey, the people in the chat, man, make sure y'all follow me, man, at What's Up with Eddie West, man, on that IG, man.
Oh, yeah.
West on all the platforms, man. Make sure everybody, subscribe and like everything that we doing, man. And shout out to the boy Freddie Biz, man, for keeping this shit lit, man.
Oh, yeah, that's right, man. All y'all in the chat, man. Y'all see the names on the screen here. Y'all make sure y'all go follow that, man. Please and even share the episodes to another page, to your page, whatever y'all got to do, man, because y'all know I can see if y'all shared it or not.
Ladies, I'm just warning y'all. I talk a lot of shit in my Instagram and my TikTok. Pick which one, but it's going crazy. I promise you.
Yeah.
Hey, I ain't got no plugs. Just follow, subscribe, and share, man. We appreciate the love, man.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I gotta say. Man, thanks for having me. I love my G's up on here, man.
For sure, man.
Y'all be
appreciate y'all, man. Y'all niggas have a good night, man. We'll do it again sometime this week. This nigga. All right, y'all.